Hi everyone, my name's Chase Darno, and I'm a former Major League Baseball player. I played pro ball for 12 years, and one thing about being a professional athlete that differs from other careers is that we can't do it forever. 2 years ago, my playing career finally came to an end. Married with 2 children, I felt the need to forge my second career path right away. If there's anything that I learned throughout my career as a pro athlete, it's that it's important to work smarter rather than harder. Passionate about helping others, I knew that I wanted to choose a path that allows me to use my knowledge, communicative skills, and playing experience to benefit baseball families. Somebody gave me the advice, Chase, do what you know. And one topic that I know a great deal about within the game of baseball is the mental aspect. After having one of my worst seasons in 2013, I worked with a prominent mental skills coach named Ken Ravizza, who was known for resurrecting numerous Major League Baseball players' careers. Ken helped me realize how to properly manage stress and failure. He also provided me with a newfound outlook that led to an additional 6 years of pro ball with 6 major league teams. If only I was exposed to Ken's teachings at a younger age. With youth baseball becoming more popular and competitive, I wondered if there's currently a need for mental skills development at younger ages. Surely parents would be into the idea of their children learning these skills from an ex-pro ball player who's played at the highest level of the game. As a father of 2 boys, I know what it feels like for a parent to see their child struggle. It's not a good feeling. And when a parent doesn't know how to help, it leads to a feeling of helplessness. So I thought, how could I turn this into a business? Well, even though the young athlete would be the one benefiting from learning about the mental aspects of the game, parents are the ones with buying power. For this reason, we initially hypothesized that our ideal customers were going to be parents who feel frustrated and helpless when they see their child struggling or not having fun. This is because of the common truth that all parents want their children to be happy and successful. To test this hypothesis, we would need to conduct early adopter interviews with parents to identify emotional pain points. In order to reach these potential early adopters, I contacted parents who I met over the course of my career that have children playing baseball between the ages of 12 and 17. Each parent was happy to talk about this issue, then refer me to their friends.
So emotions play an important role for deciding a business model, and specifically, the emotional insights we learned during our customer interviews informed us of the exact struggles parents and coaches faced when it comes to learning baseball. So for example, one of our parent interviews, one of the parents knows he has an extremely skilled and capable son and is passionate about helping his son further develop skills in baseball and in life. However, he doesn't know the best way to get through to his son, and perhaps his son is a little young and doesn't quite understand the developmental mental aspect of the game. And that's where we would come in and help them with that issue. However, when he was describing these emotions, he was describing it as fiery and fierce and very passionate. And you can just tell as well while he was talking about this that he really wants his son to succeed in baseball and in life and learn the right mental skills, but he doesn't quite know how to do it. And in fact, maybe he's being a little bit overbearing or putting too much pressure on the son. But that's again where we would come in and help. And in all, after conducting the 5 interviews with the parents, it affirmed our beliefs that the parents needed guidance. And parents want their kids to succeed. And when it comes to such a mental sport like baseball, it is pivotal that we captured their correct feelings and true feelings.
Experimentation is important to verify your beliefs. It is essential to test out your ideas because you may have a completely skewed idea of what people actually want. You have to get actual numbers opposed to a theory. You have some actual numbers to rely on, things to improve on, and to decide if it's worth continuing with this idea. We tested this idea by interviewing our early adopters through a series of phone interviews to get to know our target audience better and find out if people would actually be interested in our idea. We talked to people with children playing baseball to get to know their opinions and find actual issues, even if they were different from what we originally perceived. We assumed that people trusted in Chase's abilities and that parents would pay for a package of multiple mental sessions for their child to improve their game and life skills. We contacted our early adopters to sell a one-on-one session for a discounted rate, and we had 5 out of 5 early adopters sign up. We were aiming for a 15% success rate, and we reached 100%, so we definitely decided to continue with our idea.
The initial business model for our business was nothing like what it is today. At first, the idea of the company was relatively abstract as we only really knew the problem that we wanted to solve. We knew that frustrated parents of young baseball players were our ideal target market, but we didn't know how to address them specifically or what kind of formats best fit them. After some thought and discussion, we decided that developing a mental skills schedule and program for young players and parents, along with one-on-one meetings, would be the best way to help these people. Without doing research, we assume that frustrated dads would be our target market specifically, as they tend to be more involved in their child's athletic careers. But after reconnecting with previously interviewed early adopters, to conduct solution interviews, we found that frustrated moms may be the better group. Many moms shared concerns not knowing how to help their children in sports, especially in terms of dealing with failure. To test this, we created a second experiment where we pitted moms versus dads to see if moms were really the ideal customer. But we were assuming that they had monetary decision power for investing in their child. And to verify this, we utilized Chase's Instagram to ask his 27,000 followers to interact with 3 different stories that were interactive in different ways. It was a number of surveys and questionnaires that specifically targeted moms or parents, and we used the numbers of responses and measured those to see if our assumption was right. If we had 10 positive responses from adopter moms, we'd be wrong and have to pivot if we saw that only 2 positive responses for early adopters were moms. And through our experiment, we saw that moms were the ideal market, at least from this experiment, so that's how we moved forward from this process.
After discovering that there's 6 times more demand than anticipated, we decided that it's time to act fast. Right now, I'm having a website developed that's going to be able to retrieve email contacts so that we can keep people updated as the program is developed. The aesthetic is going to be neutral to make sure that it caters to both moms and dads and ball players. 3 weeks from now, I'm going to begin conducting paid one-on-one sessions with parents and players based on demand, while also discovering other revenue streams. That concludes this presentation. Thank you so much for watching.